Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots have gone on a crazy shopping spree in free agency, snatching every player that they can. But now, will the Patriots be contenders? They just spent the second most guaranteed money in a single free agency ever. Let's get into who they signed, because this is pretty crazy and already a great start to them. If you guys are new though, I want to just mention that go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. We're back on that YouTube grind, been out for 5 months, but we are back, and drop a like if you guys do like the video as well. The first player that the Patriots signed, they actually re-signed him, Cam Newton, to a 1-year deal that can be worth close to $14 million. The thing with this contract though is that this could really only be like about $7 million. It's just incentives and things could bring it all the way up to $14 million, which is a genius signing for a team like the Patriots that want a quarterback, might not want to use their pick on a quarterback though. And, at the end of the day, they don't pay much unless Newton does good. So that's really good for a starting quarterback. But the big question for Cam Newton is, will Newton be able to get back to his old form? And that's going to be, the Patriots free agency shopping. They went out and got a lot of threats offensively, defensively. Here's one of them, Jonnu Smith, tight end from the Titans on a 4-year, $50 million deal. They go get a big tight end, a beast tight end, probably the best or second best tight end in free agency. But they're not done with tight ends yet. We'll get back into that. But can he provide the same game he had with the Titans in Belichick's system? Belichick did great with Gronk. He's done great with tight ends in his career as coaching. So will he actually be able to put Jonnu Smith in that system? And will Jonnu Smith be able to do good like he did with the Titans? Or was Jonnu Smith just good because of Derrick Henry? We'll find that out. But that's a big question. Let me know what you guys think to all of these questions. They picked up some defense as well. They're not going to stop there. David Gotchik's on a 2-year deal worth up to $16 million from the Miami Dolphins. Belichick starts going with defense, picking up some valuable assets. Could be a piece to this defensive team, which is already good. And now, let's not forget, we're going to get into this as well soon, that the Patriots are getting back some players that opted out last year. So that's going to be crazy. But they stuck with some defense now. Getting a 4 years, $56 million deal. Getting your star pass rusher, Matthew Judon. This is going to be great for their defense. I think their defense is going to be a top 5 defense in the league. But you'll see why as we get into this video more and more. He's a star pass rusher. He's getting paid. He's getting the money he wants. The Patriots are getting who they want. And they're going on a crazy shopping spree. Now I want to know, did Belichick get angry that Tom Brady just won the Super Bowl without him? Is that what happened? And now he's going on this crazy shopping spree? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. They're going to stick with some defense. They're going to go with a 4-year, $24 million deal for Jalen Mills. Jalen Mills from the Eagles. He's a quality safety to say the least. They add a quality safety to the squad. He's not great, not like amazing, not an all-star, not a pro baller, but he is a quality safety to add to the squad. And that's a good signing for them. Not too much money. Get a player that they want. Finally, they're going to go back to the offensive side. They needed a tight end. They got a tight end. They need receivers. They're going to go out and get some receivers. Nelson Agholor signs a 2-year, $26 million deal with the New England Patriots. Patriots get a much-needed receiver, but are not done yet. Because after that, they get Kendrick Bourne on a 3-year, $22 million deal. Patriots had a second receiver, but decide to add even more offense, which is crazy. But let's get into these receivers for a minute. We got Nelson Agholor. I don't think he's going to do great with them. I think he'll be a solid asset to the team. And just with everybody surrounding, I think this team can click together. Kendrick Bourne, though, on the other hand, he's also another solid player. Not great. I don't think he will be great. I think he's either going to play solid or people are just going to forget about him very soon. But with the more offense that they go after, a very interesting move by the New England Patriots, who are going to go after Hunter Henry on a 3-year, $37.5 million deal. And some of you might be asking, why is that interesting? But it's because they're adding a second tight end. Now they end up with the top 2 tight ends in free agency. Whichever one you want to say is first or second, doesn't matter. Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry were definitely top 2. So they got both of them. They're going to play a 2 tight end offense, very obviously, because they're not going to be signing these big contracts and not be playing these guys. So this is pretty crazy right there. I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to do with their team. I think they're going after a running back as we speak, making this video right now. And if they get somebody like Leonard Fournette, this team can actually be kind of scary. But now, we're not going to forget about the players that opted out. We had a lot of players opt out this past season due to COVID. And, one of them is Patrick Chung from the New England Patriots, who's actually a big piece to this defensive team, that they just had a good season, a solid season. The Patriots were bad this year, but they had nobody. They just added crazy offense to their team, some crazy defensive players like Matthew Judon also, and now they're getting back a main piece, Patrick Chung, but that's not all they're getting back defensively from this opt-out situation. They're going to get back Dante Hightower, another crazy big defensive player for this team, and this can literally change around their whole team. Getting those players back, everybody that they signed in free agency. You guys let me know if these were smart signings, and we're going to get into right now, was this a good choice by the New England Patriots? Will the Patriots actually be contenders? Let's get into that right now. Well, I personally do not think that the Patriots will be crazy contenders. I think that the Bills are actually better than them still and will be better than them for a long time. What I do think is there's a chance, if the NFL is rigged, which I'm not saying it is, but if it is, that Tom Brady will play against Bill Belichick in the Super Bowl next year. But we'll find out, and I'm just saying I call that it's rigged if that does happen. But regardless, do I think this was smart? I don't think it was a great move by the Patriots. I think they got the players they needed. They built around a pretty solid team, but they didn't really get the great players in free agency. They got Matthew Judon. Yeah, he's one of the best defensive players out there in free agency. They got Hunter Henry. They got Jonnu Smith, the best tight ends out there. But the tight end position is not really the position that they should have focused on most. And that is kind of the position that they focused on most in free agency. I think that, there's some other players out there maybe trying to get Kenny Golladay receiver that could crazy help their team. And once they're spending this kind of money, they could have probably gotten him. So obviously, maybe they wouldn't have been able to get other players that they wanted. So it seems like they decided to go with an all-around solid team instead of getting a few great players and then not having any money left to get anybody else. So I see what they did there. I see it's a pretty smart decision in that note, but at the same time, they're just not good enough to actually be able to be a Super Bowl contender. Will they make the playoffs? I think that either them or the Bills will be a wild card team, and they'll both make the playoffs, and then they'll fight it out there. But I just don't really see the New England Patriots being Super Bowl contenders still. Cam Newton's got to definitely step up his game, and now they got the weapons for him to do so. So that's going to be good for the New England Patriots. At the end of the day, overall, a very, very, very successful free agency for the New England Patriots and an A+ grade for me. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys want us to do a rating video, rating every team's free agency. We can do that for you guys. Just let me know if you want that. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like. And if you are new, please subscribe. We're trying to get to the 2,000 subscriber mark. Keep this rolling. Keep getting those views up, those likes up. Can we get the 50 likes? Let's see if we can do it. I appreciate every single one of you guys for watching this. Thank you so much. We'll be back with another one.